Hello friends, today we are going to talk about Playwright test generator tool which is called Codegen. This is a very nice feature in Playwright and it allows the user to generate tests out of the box without having to write the script manually, and there are some other benefits as well. First thing is it will save a lot of time when you are scripting because you don't need to start from the scratch. Instead of that, you can reuse the generated script from the Playwright. And another important thing is you can improve the code efficiency using the generated script, because you don't need to worry too much about the selectors because that code is generated with the most resilient text-based selectors. Similarly, if it is a difficult selector to identify, still you can use the Playwright way of finding it and you can absorb that to your code. And there's another thing, like you can get this code and you can customize accordingly. You can change the selectors, you can change the way it interacts with the elements, and that customizability is also there. And last but not least, there is explore option also, so you can do the spy on element directly instead of keep recording, and you can get the selector of that element. I will show you how to do that later in this video. Using that code generator or Codegen is not hard in Playwright. It's just executing a command. So your command would be npx playwright Codegen and you can pass the URL. Before you pass the URL, there are some options you can use if you like. Probably you can set which language you need to generate this script and on which device your code should be running. There are some other options. You can dig into more details if you go through the documentation, but simply it just npx playwright Codegen and you can pass the URL. After that you can start interacting with the web page, because web page is automatically opened when you execute that command. So after that you can interact with the elements and you can see the relevant script is generated and you can use it. So here I am using newzealandhomes.co.nz/lighthouses website. So let's try to interact with some elements as well and see how the code is generated for us. I suggest this is one of the best ways to learn Playwright. Observing this code, you can understand how you can open the browser and how you can set the URL and interact with the elements and perform different actions on the element and those kind of stuff. But we are going to discuss about how to write the test script step by step in the next tutorial. This is the explore option I was talking about. You can stop recording and you can click on that explore button. It directly brings you to the website and you can select any of the elements there and you can see how the selector looks like. So this is pretty much about Playwright Codegen tool. I think it's one of the very powerful features in Playwright. So we'll see you in the next video to discuss about how to write tests in Playwright. Thank you.